Так, ну что? Так, ну что? Слышно, видно? Видно, слышно. Что я зарос? Оливье де Деривьере. Оливье Дривьер. Как обычно, божит. Классный саунд. Не. Давай. Посмотрим, что за вампур. Вампир. От Don't Not. Ну, спойлер, я уже играл. Немного. Просто я ее не прошел.
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science.
Привет,
Saw
Кать.
them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Pending.
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment, a righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true
Овампирился. Да, какой. Британец. С барбершопа. Оливье де Ривьер это тянет струны великолепно просто. Бля. Кажется, мышка слишком быстро бегает. О. Живая душа.
So thirsty.
Гандон. Окей. Кто-то знакомый. Пусть.
My sweet brother. What have you done?
Mary! Oh, no. Mary!
Все.
Hold on. Please, hold on. Oh, God. Oh, no. Mary. Mary. No. No.
Ну ты и гандон.
This horror. It's a nightmare.
Это Nightmare. Да.
No! Please, a moment, let me explain. These patrols are after me.
Да, слишком быстро бегает мышка, мне кажется.
No! No! Don't shoot! This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here.
Кошмар.
Be happening.
Из безумия. Да.
No! Please, stop! I mean you no harm. What's going on?
What's going on?
Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
Shit, where'd it go? Tricky bastards.
Мачете.
Now, I can defend myself.
Kill the thing!
Who are you? Stay back!
Ой.
Sorry, but you left me no choice.
Ну, хз. Ладно.
Who are you?
Сейчас, погодите секунду. Мышка сильно бегает.
Stupid beast! Sorry.
Ну, без заниматься добиванием. Ладно. Пока непонятно.
Stupid beast! No, please, stop! Who are you? Oh, Christ! What do you want?
Нехило он заточкой машет. Ничего интересного, нет?
I mean you no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech! Please, listen to me. I can't make any
Leech.
sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's name? I'll do the rest of the job. Just leave me.
Что-то классические вампиры, что ли?
The sun. It feels like it's burning me to the bone. I need to find somewhere to hide. Let me go!
Ух, фига вот тут. Стрелки. Беги, беги. Я тебя порежу тут. Или нет?
I need to find shelter.
Сейчас, секунду. Автоприцеливание. Блин, может на этом надо будет на геймпаде попробовать. Подожди, а где тут напоминание? Интерфейс в бою выкл. Текстуры. Почему он у меня все равно есть этот интерфейс? Или это пока пролог? Ладно.
It's locked, all right.
It's locked, alright.
Is anybody there? What is this place? The place seems abandoned. I should be
Abandoned.
safe enough here.
Ну, хрен его знает. Что это за джентльмены? Ему что, еще и память отшибла?
Brother, what have you done?
Mary!
А, то есть вот так вот, да?
Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
Типа наш дом или шо?
The sun is high. I cannot leave now.
Понятно. Огонь и солнце. Кровососы не боятся ни солнца, ни огня. Они не загораются и не превращаются в пепел. А, очень сильно им вредит. Кожа почернела, снова горела внутри, его глаза и тело расплавились. Тварь весь день пыталась уклониться от солнечных лучей. Остался только иссохший труп. Он начал медленно восстанавливаться. Ничего себе. Все отрубание башки помогает, я понял. Ля какой. Меню гаража. Так, окей. О, шиллинги. Мина, ты можешь пешком ходить? Просто ножками топ-топ. А не носиться как угорелый. Что это за гниль? Ой.
Wait, this one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay.
Мертвец.
He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve. That's impossible.
Он сказал, that's impossible, пульса нет. Не, что? Откуда пульса нет появился? О, бутылка алкоголя. Нет, забавно. Как-то... Сейчас. Где? Бег, уклонение, ходьба на Q. Вот. Почему ходьба на Q? F. Так, в ближнем бою выстрелить навык 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ТГ. ЗЦ. О, ведьмачье чутье. Чутье. Гипноз. Хотя ходит он слишком неуклюже, ладно. Может, и правда проще на геймпаде? Ну, кстати, да, надо попробовать.
Dreams for the Red Queen that sleeps under crown of stone, that she might linger longer, her eyes as white as snow.
Who goes there?
A prayer summoned by warrior song. A child born from darkness must give scent of his power.
Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
Все еще надо так много сделать. Так. А, кто-то застрелился тут. Ну, посмотрим, как дальше пойдет. Может, и геймпад подключу.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No. There's time. I can save him.
Так, нашего главного
The enemy coming!
персонажа зовут
Your orders are
Джонни.
to evacuate the hospital.
Done. He'll live. And now what? We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing.
Вот.
No, it never got easy.
Старый револьвер. Окровавленный дневник. Ох, идти тут читать. 15 октября. Почти не спал. Бекки всю ночь кашляла и бредила в лихорадке. Утром я услышал громкий шум. Несколько мужчин работали на большой машине, которая копала большую яму. Она похожа на механическую лопату. Может, пойти туда спросить, не найдется ли работа для меня? Бекки нужно лекарство. Я поговорил с людьми, которые управляют механической лопатой. Они сказали, что копают по всему Лондону братские могилы. Правительство принимает меры предосторожности. В городе новая эпидемия. Грипп вернулся. Работы для меня не нашлось. Ночью Бекки немного поспала. Литейная закрыта, в другой работы в районе нет. Я отправился в Лондон за едой и лекарствами. Поезда не ходят. На дорогу через Темзу и обратно ушел целый день. Бекки, кажется, стало лучше. Я сварил суп, она поела. Я не нашел лекарств. Купил только пару шприцов и немного снотворного на черном рынке. Денег у нас больше нет. Может, завтра пойти в Пемброкскую больницу? Она далеко, а я боюсь оставлять жену надолго. Через несколько часов после еды Бекки стошнило. Она так исхудала, что смотрю на нее и плакать хочется. Она сказала, что по ночам на улице кто-то разговаривает. Она говорит, что хочет мяса. Где найти мясо? Завтра я забаррикадирую двери и окна, чтобы защитить от мародеров. 21 октября. Ой. Люди, управляющие механической лопатой, прекратили копать могилу. Вчера ночью я слышал крики, на них, похоже, кто-то напал. Теперь нам только несколько лодок, с которыми днем и ночью сбрасывают трупы в огромную яму. Стоит страшная вонь. Нужно было уйти отсюда еще неделю назад, но Бекки отказалась. «Я лучше умру», — сказала она с усмешкой. «За что она так меня мучает?» 22 октября. Бекки только что напала на меня. Она прыгнула на меня с лестницы, пыталась укусить. Мне пришлось ударить ее, но она дала сдачи и побежал наверх, заперся в спальне. Она плачет и что-то бормочет внизу. Я достал пистолет, который хранил со времен войны. Возможно, мне придется выстрелить из него в собственную жену. 23 октября. Я совсем не мог заснуть. Бекки всю ночь царапала дверь, просила о помощи, умоляла ее впустить, но мне не хватило духу. Теперь я просто жду, когда она умрет. Уже недолго осталось. Я молю Бога о том, чтобы все поскорее закончилось. 24 октября. Я так хотел есть, что утром спустился вниз. Бекки сидела в кресле у камина. Она тяжело дышала, словно собака, и молча следила за тем, как я передвигаюсь по комнате. Я навел на нее пистолет, но она не отреагировала. Я не смог нажать на курок, просто вернулся в свою комнату. 25 октября. В доме тихо, словно в склепе. Больше никакого шума. Бекки умерла. Прости, любимая, я не смог тебя спасти. Скоро мы будем вместе. Она типа померла от жажды. Ну, крови, типа. Интересно.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it.
Ничего не чувствуешь?
So be it.
Да ладно.
Rational thinking only.
Хе-хе. А ты проходила ее, Кать? А, а только кровь потерял. Зачем стрелял в себя? Блять.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is. As mad as the
Madness.
moon contains blood in sunlight, each one glowing with flesh.
Сумасшедший, безумный. Так, развитие. Аутофаги. Прикольно. Блять. Это как в ДБД, лол. Похоже очень. Мгновенно восполнить здоровье. Окей. Наступательный навык. Кстати, надо будет поиграть. Во что? В ДБД? Так, когти, когти. Удар с ближней дистанции. Кровавое копье. Бросаете созданные из крови, которые проходят сквозь теневой туман. Теневой туман. Ну, не знаю, не знаю. Не, когти что-то... Хз, копье, может. Теневой туман. Вот. Формирует копье. На дальних средних мощность. Не любящих ближний бой. М. Так, а это что у нас? Кто развивается при взрыве всех зданий, пронзает строковую копию. Не, ну типа когти самое банальное можно использовать, но... хз. Копишь, кошель заюзать. Восстановление. Давай попробуем.
That voice in my head.
Voices in my
If I'm
head.
not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am.
Ау.
I must find him to understand what I have become.
О, сейчас он топает. А, понятно. Vampire. Уже ломитесь.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Fuck you.
Here's the leech. Here!
Удобненько. Ай.
My head's spinning.
My head spinning.
I cannot enter.
У меня зато есть мачете. Рубить буду в капусту все. Не, ну если тут, как в этом, можно не убивать людей, не кусать их, точнее.
It's locked, all right.
Смотря на что на это, если это будет влиять как-то. Старый кол. Ключ от убежища. Ну, лол, вампир как с колом. Это что-то новенькое. С колом.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End. Go back home.
Оглушение.
A strength I never knew I had.
Bloodborne ставил.
I cannot enter.
Тут ничего нет внутри. Ну-ка, погоди-ка. Сейчас. Дай-ка я все-таки интерфейс включу. Тут все. Понял. Тут интерфейс небольшой. Пускай будет. Тут и выносливость есть. Все, понял.
This one stinks already. Look lively! Shot to us!
This shouldn't be possible.
Ай-яй, выносливость закончилась.
Every sinew, every fiber of my being is afire.
На. Да не буду я тебя
I feel
кусать.
like a child learning the limits of my body.
сука, а. Ой. Ладно, тебя я сожру. А, то есть у тебя...
My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human anymore.
Странно, я думал, по-другому работает. Херово, вот слишком много вот эти вот полосочки, хп. Я ж вампир. Ладно. Боевка странная. Не знаю. Пока понятно. После Remember Me они решили другим путем пойти в плане боевки. Ты нужен королеве стране. Ну, спасибо.
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us.
Да, что случилось действительно? О, крыса.
This is despicable.
Нормально, как этот.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Как в интервью с вампиром. Брэд Питт.
It's locked.
Жри крыс.
I cannot enter.
Ну, визуал и музыка мне пока нравится. Симпатично все.
The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it.
Шиллинги.
It's locked, all right.
All right.
It's locked. I have this thirst for blood.
Почему я не заболею? Нормально.
What will London have to say to me? I cannot enter. I've so many questions unanswered.
Блин. Состояние района стабильное. А здесь же кусали тебя.
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum?
Мавзолей. А вот. Еще тепленький.
The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps
Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant.
О,
Fresh blood. The smell is so strong.
fresh blood. Fresh meat. Бегает он, конечно.
This is a slaughterhouse.
Денежки, денежки.
It's locked, all right.
Да
It's
ладно.
locked.
Угорайте. Когтями подцепи. Ты ж сильный, блядь.
It's
А,
locked, all right.
пизду. Тут, я так понимаю, фрагментированный мир все-таки. Мне не дают упасть. Это удар в самое... Что? Требуются волонтеры. Денежки. Ладно, пойдемте сначала туда, куда надо.
It's locked, all right.
Убийца.
Something dire must have come about. Where has everyone gone?
Сожрали всех.
According to the blood patterns, that's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail.
Новое убежище. Угу. Окей, all right. А, це мой тайничок. О. Средства от сепсиса. Больного горожанина. А, это что за морутопия тут началась? Оружие, оружие, старый мачете, старый кол. Интересно. Улучшаторы всякие, которые мне пока недоступны. Переработать можно? О, интересно. Давай, переработаем. Переутомление, анемия. О, крестом помечено. А есть там чего где? Улучшить-то? Блин, прочитал как анонизм вместо организм. Повышает урон от укусов. Увеличивает запас крови, объем крови. Увеличивает запас здоровья, запас... О, вот это. Вот это мне надо. Выносливость — это нужная вещь. А, ну тут чисто вот 20 уровней здесь, ничего себе. Минимум по 300 очков тут. Ага. Мы останавливались кровью юных целей, делая ее беззащитной. Нифига себе. Прикольно. Пропал след уже, небось. Пока этот тусил. Ну ладно. Не понял.
At last, a little life.
Welcome, sir, to the turquoise turtle.
Мне бы как-то переодеться бы.
I cannot enter.
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Кто-нибудь заходил в паб?
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness.
Да.
We can all be monsters.
Диалоговые окна, идите. Боюсь.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the
Important,
last
sir.
few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
Good night.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to
Oh,
it.
God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise...
А, можно скипать, если... Ну, понятно.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured
Yep.
people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
Dark times.
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
Угу.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still
Он уже
awake.
сбежал.
And,
Yes?
no funny business, you hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
Окей. А побухать дадите?
You again. What can I...
Хочу
Thank you.
попить.
Good.
Ладно, не хочу, видимо. Камера резкая, пиздец.
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
I think I'm losing my mind. I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
I think drink no longer stirs me.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
Strangers.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, the Turquoise Turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
Да.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead.
А, лол, нифига
First
тут
the
что можно
epidemic.
делать.
Now all these terrible murders.
Хе.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah. Killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning.
The sewer dog. What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
I just want to talk.
I'm not
Oh.
afraid, sir. It's just I've...
I only see one.
Oh,
Ладно,
I'll
понятно.
leave then.
Мы и так с тобой поговорили. Да.
poor Jack. He didn't deserve this.
Pure Jack. Что за Джек?
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area,
They do not pursue me.
but they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain?
Опа.
You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Опа-па.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you? I mean you no harm, saith the vampire. Present yourself.
Серьезно?
I need a word. Anyone.
What?
Well, that's something I can do for you.
Крест на тебя действует. Ну ладно.
And who might you be?
А,
I'm not
окей.
sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
Я жертва.
You seem the expert. How would that be?
I have my secrets, as you have yours.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
Папам.
And what exactly is this brotherhood?
Brotherhood.
If the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Пиздабол.
Then the feeling is mutual.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
Perhaps. This is all new to me. I'm not even certain what I'm looking for.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you know better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
Good hunting. Хорошая охота, блин.
Can I have some privacy, please?
Окей, окей. Шиллинги у тебя только подстырю.
I hope I live long enough to see them wet boot boys get what's
It's
coming to
locked,
them.
all right.
All right. Интересно. О. Ничем не болеет. 6000 опыта за него. О. Интересно. Интересно, интересно.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something. Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
you're still ugly as sin.
Ты мне ничего уже не скажешь.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
О,
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight, and I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
ага, больной, значит.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk as usual. But my God, his eyes, his face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the canning factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Подсказки о горожан. Некогда были близкими друзьями. Социальный слой, ебать. Прикольно.
Welcome back.
I can't...
Hey, I told you, you...
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
Выкрутился.
Who is he?
William, just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah, like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. He can barely stand up most of the time.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency.
Где он?
Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
Мне переодеться бы где-нибудь. Было бы неплохо.
There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this bullshit mess.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city.
О,
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. What's this? Some sort of note.
30 октября. Множество погибших в районе доков. Мы полагаем, что там действует опасный кровосос. Найдите эту тварь, ликвидируйте. Судя по недавним сообщениям, этот вампир очень агрессивен. Действуйте с предельной осторожностью. Я знаю, что в этой части города у нас не хватает людей, но не поручайте это дело новичкам. Но если я не ошибся, то тут действительно действует бешеная тварь, которая убивает каждую ночь. Понятно.
These men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Что это было? Движение. Телепортация. Стрелок и стража.
I cannot enter.
Скрытая атака. Чек.
It's locked, all right.
Какую-нибудь анимацию красивую запихнули. Оружие дальнего боя.
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
Так, а как? Это что сейчас было? Понял. Че, убил сразу? Нормально. Вот это я понимаю.
It's locked.
Увидеть их досье. Среднюю устойчивость, высокую. Четырьмя видами урона. Высокую устойчивость у него. Понятно. Ну да, что-то как-то... Боевка немножко странная. Типа кровавому следу.
That's this nest of them cleaned out.
Ага.
We won't see any of these bastards back here again.
Они мой топот не слышат, интересно. Старая лупара. Оружие дальнего боя. Где, а как? Перетащить-то как этим пользоваться-то? А? Як этим пользоваться-то? Ага. Наверное, вот. Все, понял. Старый револьвер 10-15, 10-10. Окей.
Stay close, keep an eye on each other. There's one of them vermin. Burn, vermin!
А как менять оружие-то? Непонятно.
Get them weapons ready! We found one! Christ! He's dead! Doesn't like fire, does it?
Ну, это, конечно, не Бладрейн. Далеко не Бладрейн. Ну ладно. Ну, играется, ну так. Не хорошо, не плохо, что-то как-то. Пока вообще непонятно. Новый коллекционный предмет. Кое-кто из наших соратников считает, что наше главное преимущество в борьбе с кровососами заключается в том, что они не могут выходить на улицу днем. Поэтому мы можем уничтожать их в логовых, когда они спят. Такая ошибка характерна для новичков. Во-первых, потому что вампиры умные и пользуются множеством уловок, чтобы сбить нас со следа. Во-вторых, потому что их убежище наполнено смертельно опасными ловушками. Для истребления кровососов в их убежищах понадобилось бы слишком много людей и времени. Лучше всего выслеживать и уничтожать вампиров, когда они в самом деле уязвимы, ночью, когда они охотятся. В это время гораздо легче заметить их и атаковать. Вот почему стражи Привен должны измениться и применить новую тактику с использованием больших мобильных патрулей, новинок техники и современных средств связи. Мы можем многое подчеркнуть из опыта войны во Франции. Новую стратегию, методы использования нового снаряжения и оружия. Гранаты, белый фосфор, ультрафиолетовый свет, бронежилеты и огнеметы. Стражам пока перейти в 20-й... Пора перейти в 20 век. Новая война. Джеффри Маккалум. Окей. Сорян. Убежище. Это хорошо. Слушай, а когда я оденусь-то? Что вообще? А, ну типа я могу урон увеличить. А, ну пока улучшать не буду. Анемия. Так. 500 опыта у меня. Тайничок. А я там ничего не находил, что перекрафтить? Нет? К сожалению, нет. Крысоед. Я так понял, еще до сих пор пролог, потому что, типа, да.
I cannot enter.
Бля, забавно, что он же может перемещаться в тени, но не может забор пересечь. Ладно, ну, это странно немного.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
О, а, это старая коса. Ох, ох. Нахер я это сделал? А как менять вооружение? Я что-то не понимаю. Каким образом? Выбрать цель, фиксация. Атака в ближнем бою, выстрелить. А, ЗТЦ. Пиздец. Блин. Перезарядиться. А, здорово, Джезис. О, Александр. А, вот, все. Сейчас. Понял, понял. А, коса занимает обе.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
I can never harm you, Mr. Hampton. You're my only friend.
I know your heart, William. Alas, you must give me permission to leave. I'll not betray your trust.
This first, you see. I need a drink. I'm so thirsty.
Be with me, William. As one, we shall overcome this.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
What the fuck? Типа босс. Свидули. Ребята. Кого ты целишься-то? Нет, это не слэшер, к сожалению. У меня стамина кончилась. Что, Александр, кстати, видос видел? Ай, у меня опять нету стамины. Какая-то смесь. А, еще и... Это непонятно. Какой-то... Я не знаю, как это даже назвать. Это и не слэшер, и не соус-лайк, а... Так, как-то менять... А, вот. На С, по-моему, да? Или нет? В каких героях самые лучшие вампиры были? Ебать, ты спросил. Подожди, герои меча и магии имеешь в виду? Уильяма уже покромсали.
It's locked.
Я не скажу. Я в героев на самом деле мало очень играл, и это было в детстве.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're
Doctor.
suffering from shock.
I must return to my
Опа.
flock. They'll stray without me.
Сзади.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by scowl?
You truly are a newborn. I should have
Newborn.
realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Прикольно. Я играл, по-моему, только в третьих и в четвертых. Очень да. Кстати, надо бы освежить в памяти, поиграть.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed this drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
Yes, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Эти сами нагибучие. Я помню, в детстве в этот играл. А, нет, это немножко другой жанр. Ладно, короче, неважно. Я почему-то про Сакрат вспомнил. Хотя это не Сакрат.
This poor creature can't be my mate. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood. It's locked, all right.
Короче, так. Старая коса. Если у меня много тут оружия всякого будет? Или нет? Я, наверное, из тех редких людей, которые вроде как и играл в героев, но вроде как бы и не фанат. Да и играл я в компьютерном клубе, по-моему, только. Ну, конечно, не совсем, блин, что-то похожее, но все равно смешно. О, ачивка. Мне надо, пора бы переодеться в костюмчик.
Where are we
Героев.
headed? We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim.
Hmm.
Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back. But I will tell you, she values her privacy.
Ой, да ладно вам.
Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
Третья часть проходит.
Dr. Swansea.
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm
Johnny
not
Reed.
mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
Да.
That word, again, from a so-called man of science.
I understand traditionally the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Мы тоже в компьютерном клубе по очереди играли. У меня, кстати, плакат 5-6 героев, по-моему, даже где-то валяется. Если не ошибаюсь. Или я его кому-то уже отдал. Не помню. Я был постарше, когда во-вторых. Но я... Блин, сколько мне лет было в третьих героях. Сейчас. Это был 2003 год, по-моему. 2003? По-моему, 2003. Вроде бы. Если мне не изменяет. В 2007 точно играл. У меня, короче, период был вот этот в компьютерных клубах по побеге. Где с 2003 по 2009, наверное. Не, 8. 2003-2008. Потом мне Pentium 4 задарили. Офисный.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
Ничего, такое предложение.
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
О, наконец-то я переоделся.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Голос знакомый
Oh,
вот
and
этой.
Dorothy,
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Да. Аля какой.
I cannot enter.
Джентльмен. Прикольно.
It's okay, Jonathan. I'll see you later.
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that! Nah, it's my turn!
Что происходит?
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the sweet of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Да.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Клей
Follow me,
Кокс.
Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Склеит ласт. Качество крови, сколько несу был убив этого горожанина. А, а что, обязательно его убивать?
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Отпустить его.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
А что, ему нормально? Лечить-то будешь? Не? Или что, кого? Загипнотизировал и все? Типа. What the fuck?
Did I black out? Whoa, I
Ну
feel
ладно, окей.
giddy.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
Какие-то приходы непонятные.
It's locked, all right.
Да, 500 опыта за него. Ага. А всяких бандитов гасить можно, я надеюсь? Красивенько тут.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Okay.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Ладно, это я не буду спрашивать.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs.
Ага.
What kind?
Will you accept?
Ну ладно, давай спросим.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
Ну ладно.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Абсолютно не палимся. Здоровый гражданин. Симпатично тут, конечно. Ну-ка. Все не уберешь, к сожалению. Ну ладно. Пробирки. Сейчас будем рыскать. Опа, это что такое? Это что такое? О, прикольно.
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
Хотел покончить с собой. Хм, интересно.
Good evening, sir.
Мгм.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
О, торговать. Ой-ой-ой.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Окей. Подсказка нужна.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Купить, продать. Дробовик, патроны, картечь. Ну, я пока хз, поэтому...
Good evening.
Good evening, Doc.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Помочь. Что-то маркеры стоят. Войти в сад за больницей. Окей.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete
Это не японский
disaster.
флаг,
It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings.
хоть и
Even the
похож.
locals attack you.
Кстати, осуждаю на всякий случай.
Goodbye, Milton. Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Симпатично.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you
Горелый
begging
Айн.
for, mortal? My clemency.
Mortal.
Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Забавно.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of pustulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard's syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal.
Синдром Катара. Кот.
You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
У тех азиатов, японцев бороды приличные, они с тайнами перемешивались. Понятно.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover to hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Забавно.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Понятно.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Так.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr.
Pippa
Jonathan
Hawkins.
Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Пипец диалогов. Выше меня. Завоеватели изображали.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
How is the Pembroke staff
Загипнотизировать
coping
его.
with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Подробнее. Снижен 3-й уровень гипноза, нифига себе.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Неважная репутация.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
Окей.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Goodbye. Большое это зданица. Так, а где тут сад? О, тут даже есть... Ну, только оно очень стрёмное. Отражением. Инфлюенс. Мои милые дети, извините за то, что не писала вам раньше, но мне чертовски больно нацарапать даже пару слов на этой проклятой бумаге. Не бойтесь, как только врачи вылечат папину руку, он сразу выйдет из больницы, а пока, если вам что-то понадобится, пойдите на стройку и скажите мистеру Чедвику, что вы дети Харви Фейдика. Роберта Чедвика, помните? Большого усатого мужчину, который прошлой весной помогал мне чинить двери. Разыщите его, попросите несколько монет, он вам не откажет. Мне жаль, что я пока не могу работать, но когда я выйду, мы что-нибудь придумаем. Не волнуйтесь, как только папина рука снова станет сильной, все будет хорошо. Как только врачи починят свою руку, мою руку. Прикольно. Это что? Ты живой?
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Thank you,
Понял.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed, yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Интересно, интересно.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
Knowledge has always been and will remain our main weapon. And it has always come at a price. And personal initiative.
It is not a question of initiative, it is a question of integrity. These men and women have put their faith in us, Dr. Reed.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Не одобряет современных методов медицины.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital instead of a burden.
Okay.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Какой неприятный молодой человек. Так, а где тут сад?
I cannot enter. Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Бродячий скаль. Что с него ничего не упало? Тю. Как-то вот в этой боевке не хватает точности и отзывчивости, импакта, что ли. Она какая-то, вот, не знаю. Странно, в Remember Me ты чувствовал удары, а здесь они что-то как-то хз, короче. Анимации прикольных не завезли. До свидули. Придется подхилиться. О. Милтон и Пипа навсегда.
Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item. Those two have hidden their affections well.
Что там еще за задания у меня были? Бумажникового владельца. Кто шпионит за Тельмой?
It's locked.
Да. Карантин в связи с эпидемией. А что, сюда никак забраться не получится? Странно. Блин. Фу, блин, да. А как убрать? А, старая палец. Что-то непонятно. Как взять-то? Да, странное управление здесь, пиздец. Ну окей, ладно, пускай будет так.
It's locked, all right.
Ну, а я бы сюда хотел сходить. Интересно, что тут. Что, никак не забраться? Ёп. Это что такое?
I cannot enter.
Вампир, блядь, в дверь пройти не может. Пиздец. Ладно. Все. Пять опыта за этого бомжа дали. Да, очень много. А, во. Ну и шо? Нету ни хера. Обидно. Надо бумажник отдам.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not every...
Так, окей.
But he's as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
Понятно. О.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This
Прикольно.
city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
Прикольно, прикольно.
I'd like to...
Wise choice, Dr. Reed.
А, кстати, погоди.
Good evening.
I'd like...
Wise choice.
Патрон, ну, я бы купил картечь. Фигась. Ну ладно. У меня ж там вроде...
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Doctor.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes? Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins, but are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke, but we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Time to say goodbye. Goodbye. Так, мне нужно наверх. Налево говорите, да? Старая пила. Карта пациента. Томас Эллоу, 28 лет. Лицо пациента было сильно обожжено и деформировано при взрыве бомбы. Даже получая самые сильные успокаивающие средства, он регулярно испытывает сильнейший боль, словно, по его словам, огонь все еще горит под кожей. Ё-моё. Неизлечимое повреждение нервов. Пациент постоянно винит себя в своих физических уродствах. И на выживших фантомная боль как наказание за то, что он не умер вместе со своими товарищами. Торресионс. Ну, дешевый джин. Можно прибухнуть.
It's locked.
Ля. Доктор Рейд. Рейд.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Статья об иконах. Иконы. Скорость. Двигаться так же, как смертный. Чувства у них обострены гораздо быстрее, чем у смертного. Так быстро исчезал внезапно. Бегать, уклоняться, прыгать дальше и быстрее, чем это делаем мы. Ну, может, я прокачаюсь и буду так действовать, пока не видно. Гипноз, подчинить смертного, чутье за кровь, понятно.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Ой, не то нажал. Погодите секунду. О. А как их забрать? Странно. Да не, ложись ты. Вставай давай. Сейчас все исследуем, потом записка. Джонатан, я попросил сестру Крейн подготовить для вас кабинет на втором этаже. К сожалению, не могу вас проводить, мне нужно немного поспать перед работой. Я всего лишь простой смертный. Заранее прошу прощения за скромную обстановку. Пёбурская больница далеко не Риц. Я распорядился, чтобы к вам никто никогда не входил, поэтому спокойно спите днем и работайте по ночам, если вам угодно. Здесь нет лаборатории, но вы сможете проводить эксперименты у себя. Кроме того, в кабинете есть окно, за ним строительные леса, которые позволят вам незаметно уходить и возвращаться. Должно быть, сейчас вам все кажется непривычным и пугающим. Я долго изучал представителей вашего вида и понимаю, что вы сейчас чувствуете. Можете рассчитывать на мою помощь. Я рад, что познакомился с вами в это тяжелое время. Надеюсь, наше сотрудничество принесет блестящие результаты. Добро пожаловать, уважаемый коллега. Копию своих записок о том, что я узнал об законах в последние годы. Прочитайте их, только не используйте знания против меня. Окей.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Ну да. Ладно. Мачете. Есть обычные рукоятки, свинцовая пластина. Интересно. Обычный кол. Фига, слабая сыворотка.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
Не договорил. Так, что тут можно улучшить? Стойкость. Запас выносливости. При укусе в бою. Запас крови. Урон укуса в бою. О, ничего себе. Сколько? 300 очков? Блин. Ну, окей, ладно. Ого. Неплохо. 2000 надо. Тут мне не хватает. Давай стойкость повысим, что ли. Выносливость не помешает. Это что такое тактическое? Вы расходуете выносливость, чтобы раствориться во тьме. Пикирование. Интересно. 3 сыворотки. Ладно, увеличим, посмотрим. Надеюсь, я не зря качаю это.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Нафиг эти метки. Кстати, карта на удивление небольшая. Это хорошо. Так. Средства от переутомления. Понятно.
Hurry now, Doctor. It's freezing here.
Что такое?
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Okay.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Ночная смена.
Yes, Doctor?
Why then do you always work the nights? Don't you ever sleep?
At the Pembroke, we're always hands on deck.
Стопудово она вампир.
Lack of sleep and the medical profession always ends in disaster. I've witnessed many a colleague succumb to stimulants to fight exhaustion. Drugs were as deadly as bullets in the trenches.
London's trenches start here at Pembroke Hospital. We are on the front line, make no mistake.
Your dedication to the Pembroke does you credit, Nurse Crane, but when do you sleep?
We staff get our sleep when we can, Doctor. Nursing is a vocation, not the labor of a journeyman.
Exactly how bad is the supply situation here at Pembroke?
It really depends. Dr. Swansea deftly works his society contacts for monies, but with the quarantine, well, we're in God's hands.
Okay.
Please, could you point me in the
It's the large boarded-up building behind the hospital. You can't miss it.
That's all for now, Nurse Crane. Thank you.
Морг.
It's locked, all right.
Так полагаю. Что это за кровь? Может пополнить запас вашей крови, да. Морг. Железо, хинин, гипохлорид натрия. Куча вурдалаков, да? Здесь жутковато.
I still hear voices in my head.
Нафиг я вышел. Ладно. Закрыто изнутри было, получается. Вообще странно, что он не может пробраться без ключа. Ёп. Стрёмненько тут.
I cannot enter.
Хреново. Наверх. Получается. О, здорово. Ой-ой-ой. Это охреневшая бабка.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Андон.
Balls of Mars. Fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Чем я почему-то не смог, не успел его это из-под тишка убить.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Это хорошо. Где? Так, в принципе, игруха атмосферная, интересная. Но боевка здесь очень странная.
It's locked, all right.
Разбавленная густая кровь. Неплохо.
It's locked.
Здорово. Тихо-тихо.
These scowls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
Сука. В кого ты целился? Дебил. А, стоишь, ждешь? Прикольно. А как цель переключать? Да. Непонятно, непонятно пока. О, еще один. У меня там еще и пила есть какая-то. Вообще я тебя должен убивать, по идее. Бля, не, они тут, конечно, перебор сделали. Надо было как-то, чтобы какие-то способности ваншотили. Типа, блин. Что я за вампир такой, что сзади не могу бэкстеп сделать? Странно. Очень странно. Пацан, тебе тут нормально? Расследование. Сэмюэль Коннор. Собственно, расследование. Так, погоди, а где там записка-то это была? А, 39 лет, рыбак, быстро прогрессирующая пневмония.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
Окей. Окей.
It's locked.
А как открыть? Как? Новый тип оружия для левой руки. Поглощать кровь. Кого? Чего? Поглощение крови. Ну давай попробуем, ладно. Ва. Че я его не могу просто раз и убить? Нет, я должен заниматься. Ну, окей, ладно. Хотя бы не возился с ним долго. И на том спасибо. Это что за говно? Здорово. Нифига ты. А то, что у меня... Че, доппельгангер у него какой-то? Зараза.
These scowls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting.
Ты уже напился крови вампирской. И вампирская кровь не подходит тебе. Ну... Загадочный рецепт. Простуда от бронхита, от пневмонии, нормально. Прикольно.
Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
Что-то этой боевки, конечно, не хватает. Так, средства для переутомления. Well. Окей. Отнести лекарство. Все, тут больше ничего нет интересного. Ладно, пойду квест, наверное, сдам и... Надо, наверное, закругляться. Ой. Так игруху прикольно, интересно сделано. В принципе. Единственный, конечно, вопрос пока к боевой системе. Она очень странная. Бродячий скаль. Здрасте, приехали. Вот сука. Охреневший бабкин внук. Часы. VampYr. Интересно, почему Y? Пока не очень понял. Y, точнее. X, Y, Z, Y. А еще какого хрена у меня метки тут стоят? Я ж их не создавал.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
I'll leave.
Пока не получится с тобой пообщаться.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Shit. Oh.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Интересно.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may
Не был успешным.
remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
I'll give you some advice, but understand that nothing beats practical experience, which can be exhausting and solitary work.
Of course, sir. And don't worry, I will never allow myself to be a burden, neither to you nor this hospital.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True, true. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time.
Okay. Ого.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Интересно.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Aykroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Окей. Прикольно.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Вот и поговорили.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable, and your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies.
Его загипнотизировать можно.
Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
You seem worried about the safety of your family. And it's obviously the reason why your wound troubles you so much.
I cannot give up on my children now. They both need me living.
What about their mother, if I may ask?
She died in 1915 during one of the first Zeppelin raids. We never found her body.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army, building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
Что, загипнотизировать его? А, то есть его можно убить. Ну я его отпущу.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
Пошел обратно к себе. Тысяча опыта. Так, ладно. А, погоди, внизу, что ли?
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Хотя, с другой стороны, я мог бы его обратить. Ее прошла бы рука. Не, ну это было бы... Он бы потом бы детей своих сожрал. Окей. Обдумываете свое решение. Убить кого-нибудь бесполезного, типа, да?
Even the darkest thoughts in your heart.
My blood and soul. They belong to you now.
The life running in your veins. This dead
Oh, wow.
flesh needs it.
Oh, please spare me, Dark Queen.
What the fuck?
Spare your obedient slave.
I wonder why the Goswicks came here in the first place.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my
It's
face.
on wool.
No.
I don't
Жесть.
think you can help me. I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
How close are you to Miss Horcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside.
Ну да.
But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
Прикольно. Да, жесть.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
Ай, больной снаружи и больной внутри нашли себя, да.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of my blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
Doctor.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Why do you feel responsible for the injury, Thomas? What really happened?
I wasn't disfigured by any German shells. It happened during my leave. It was an accident.
Tell me what really happened then.
I went with a whore in Rouen. Dead drunk I was. The hotel was a shithole. There was a fire that night.
Did you start the fire? Were you trying to avoid going back to the front? That's not uncommon, you know.
No. It's just that I was asleep when the flames reached the room. The girl was long gone. Bitch never woke me up. Left me to burn.
Lol.
Why lie about it?
Come on. It's one thing to come back disfigured by the Germans. And it's another to get injured in an accident that could have happened to anybody.
Нельзя прятаться вечно.
Beauty is not everything, Mr. Elwood.
Says Mr. Pretty Face.
Бля. Проебал.
Why do you feel
I wasn't his...
Why?
Come on.
Beauty.
Says Mr.
Блин, а чё, всё?
Goodbye.
Не смог я.
Time has lost its effect on me.
Бля.
But the suffering...
Надо было про операцию сказать. Зря я.
Disgust on every street corner.
Обидно.
Daily routine.
Что-то я тупанул. Fuck.
Good evening, Mr.
Evening.
Goodbye for now.
Все, ГГ.
Disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
Еще если провалил подсказку, то все, пизда. А переиграть я уже не смогу, наверное, да? Скорее всего, нет. Ой, бля, нахуй, я вышел-то из игры. Ща, погодите секундочку. Я, в принципе, уже заканчивать хотел, но... Ах. Не использовал я подсказку. Сука. Ну, типа здесь решающий выбор. Короче, здесь сработает это. Это, короче, что-то типа РПГшки. Частично. Сука, блядь. Как так-то? Мне кажется, его стоит тогда это... обратить, что ли. Типа. Тогда у него и лицо поправится, возможно. Оно же отрегенерирует, по идее. Чешо. Подожди. А где они были?
Fear and disgust on every street.
Ну, походу,
Good
да.
evening, Mr.
Evening.
Why do you...
I wasn't.
Why?
Come on.
Beauty is not everything, Mr. Elwood.
Says Mr. Pretty Face.
Да.
Goodbye.
Ладно, что поделаешь. Ай, ладно, что-нибудь с ним придумаю. Ладно, на сегодня все, наверное. Надеюсь, было интересно. Вот. Пойду спать. Все, аривидерчи. Неплохая игра.